There are two concepts of TDP in real estate. And if you're a developer or planning to develop your property, you need to be conscious of this concept. In fact, don't joke with this information. The number one concept is total development potential. Total development potential speaks of the maximum of development that can be allowed by the state governments according to their vision concerning the state in a particular region or in a particular zone. All right, this is where you see that you don't get to build plazas in some certain regions in a state. All right, just because you bought land, 50 acres of land, 1,000 acres of land, 5 plots of land in a good location does not authorize you to build just what you want. You must make sure to find out, do your due diligence and find out the maximum, the peak of development that can be allowed in that particular region that your property is located. The number two, or the second concept of TDP, is called town development plan. This is very important because a lot of people has invested a whole lot of money in trying to raise a structure or trying to develop their property, and at the peak of their development it happened that their property is having a conflict with the vision of the state. All right, this is where you find out that somebody goes to buy a property close to a road that has already been mapped out for probably a flyover, probably so many other government projects, all right, that will enhance the beauty of a state. Before you start developing a property, even before you buy a property to develop, find out the plan of the state concerning that very property. That's why, as a citizen of that nation, even though you're not a citizen of that nation, find out the plan, the vision, the broad vision of the state or of the nation of that particular zone. All right, before, find out if that kind of development can be allowed, if it can be accommodated, and if it can be accommodated, please go ahead and develop. But if not, that kind of story, that kind of scenario where a bike cannot survive an accident with a trailer, that same way your land cannot survive, or your vision for that land cannot survive the vision of the state. What will happen is that you will lose your land at the end of the day. I hope this video helps you. All right, make sure that you are aware of these two concepts of what TDP. I am Global Landlord. I help young Africans own real estate assets here in the city of Abakaliki. If you have any more questions, do well to follow me on my Instagram. Like, comment, subscribe. Cheers.